Hi, my name is Ken Boelter. I was a Coon Rapids Fire Captain for 16 years, as is my wife Lisa Boelter. And we use Meuser Law Associates and Jen Yackley to secure our PERA, line of duty, and work comp. I had taken command of the situation, and crews were going in there fighting the fire, but in doing so I was inhaling a lot of smoke, and being the incident commander I wasn't wearing an air pack, and I just remember getting this buzz feeling when I was in there, almost similar to just if you're in a campfire and the wind changes, you get that whiff of smoke and you kind of get a buzz from it. Only this buzz was much bigger. But the biggest thing was when I stepped back, I thought I'd walk down towards the truck to figure out what's going on. And I took a step with my right, and then I took a step with my left, and my left was just totally glued to the ground, and I couldn't budge it. So I was basically staggering around the fire scene, trying to do my job, and but yeah, I was having a stroke. And then I went up and fell asleep, and I woke up at 1 o'clock that afternoon where I was totally paralyzed on my left side, and I couldn't move. I was pinned down, and I had to struggle to get even pulled off the bed. So I was able to pull myself off the bed, and I crawled to a telephone where I was going to try to call home or call for help. But I remember I looked at the keys and I didn't even understand what the keys were. But there was another button on the phone that is a redial button, and it's a different color. And I thought, or I remembered that if I push that button, it calls somebody without having to call the numbers. So it so happens that called the actual fire department administrative area, and I get the secretary for the fire department. I then crawled to the top of the stairs, which I was going to try to make it down to the bottom of the stairs and unlock the door. But I fell down the stairs and came out of that, and I crawled up to the front door, and it took me several attempts to try to get to the padlock, and I was able to pull the door open, and I crawled out to the front steps of the house. And I still remember that it was such a beautiful day, October 5th. It was absolutely gorgeous, sun shining, the leaves were falling, they were changed colors, and I remember thinking that this is a beautiful day, and I'm dying on this beautiful day. I had two come around the corner on the street, and they pulled up, and the chief pulled up, and that's when I knew, well, I'm going to make it to the hospital. Okay, I was still paralyzed, and I was laying in a bed when my work comp called my cell phone and to deny me. And I remember thinking, if a firefighter in a fire gets denied, who gets approved? I mean, who would get approved? If I don't get it, then who gets it? So after being denied from the one work comp attorney, I was still confused that how could this not be work comp? I just didn't understand how he could deny it. So I went online, and then Jen answers within a few hours. That initial phone call, realizing that this person knows about police and fire. This person knows how things work as far as police and fire, and that's all the details that are so much different than someone who's working a civilian job. And thank God I did find her. Thank God we found her. Yeah, because I couldn't imagine what things would be like right now. We've come out of this very successful. With the help of Jen and Meuser Law, I was able to maintain my standard of living. I was able to find a job that is in emergency management. It isn't firefighting, but it is emergency management. So it's as close as really she could get me. and it's well paid, and I'm doing well financially. Everything has worked out very well. I was able to get the PERA line of duty, which was very important, and it established that, and then the settlement, which like I said, it's not a lottery winning thing. It's you're getting the benefits that are written for you to get, and with that we were able to maintain our standard of living. Our kids are about ready to go to college, and financially we're going to be able to do all those things that we've always wanted to do.
After meeting these two, it was a situation where win, lose, or draw, it was one we wanted to try to help. We wanted to try to help these folks. And firefighters, we represent a lot of them. And growing up with a father who was a firefighter for 25 years, I have a soft spot in my heart for firefighters. So I'm glad we took the shot on this case. It's turned out great for us.
You've done so much for us that I can't even express how much, and truly thank you.
You're welcome. It's been my pleasure.